Good morning and welcome to another episode of Outside with John. Today we're going to hike the New England Trail in Massachusetts. Here in Massachusetts, New England Trail is called the Metacomet-Monadnock. We're starting at the state line with Connecticut, and we're going to hike through Bog Bridge, Provine Mountain, Kelly Hill, onto Robinson State Park and the Westfield River. That's the plan for today. That's a little over 6 miles of hiking. Last year, I started here in October and hiked south with my buddy Pete. We did a backpacking trip overnight, and we stayed at the Windsor Loch Scouts camp. This morning, the temperature is about 20 degrees. It's supposed to warm up. It may be as high as 40 degrees by the time we get back. All right, with all that said, I think it's time to get out and hike. All right, we're leaving the trailhead here in Rising Corners. And we're dealing with some icy conditions right off the bat. The whole parking lot is an ice skating rink. Been on the trail for about a quarter mile. We've come to our first interesting location. This is Bog Bridge. Looks like they've been working on the trail a little bit, maybe. Good call, no vehicles on this bridge. In memory of Pat Fletcher, dedicated trail steward and advocate. Somewhere off in the distance, we have a busy woodpecker. Okay, here we go. We're about 3/4 of a mile into the hike. Hiking mostly on this little ridge area with lots of pine trees and a couple inches of snow right now. We're about 1 mile into the trail, and here we're crossing a pipeline. We're looking towards the west. We are 1.4 miles into the hike, and we're going to be crossing Still Brook here. More of these mysterious markers. They seem to be some kind of a game. This section of the trail has been relatively flat. Basically, we're following old fire roads through the forest, but we're still seeing lots of these game signs. We're at number 9. I'm not sure if that was the intent, but it certainly makes a great place to hang your pack if you need to get inside your pack. We're about 2 miles into the hike. We're passing an archery range on my left, and it looks like we've got a vernal pool here. That's a little bit iced over. We're almost to Route 57, about 2 miles into the hike. The Agawam Bowman Club is over there on the side of the west side of the trail, and this whole area's got a number of white birch, some pretty big ones. We have the town line marker here. This way we're looking towards Agawam, and when we go back over here, we're looking at Springfield? I don't know, I think it would be West Springfield in that direction. All right. Some cyclists enjoying the frigid weather. As we can see, Route 57 is a pretty busy road. So you gotta watch yourself going across here. Section 2 of the Metacomet-Monadnock Trail. Right here, Route 57, you can see we just crossed here. We'll be following it up towards Provine Mountain, and beyond that there's a tower. and then we'll be working our way up towards Robinson State Park over here. It's going to be 3.4 miles to the Westfield River. The entrance here is gated. There's very limited parking on street. Come to a gate. This gate blocks the entrance to a quarry that's about a 1/10 of a mile up ahead. And this is a southern end of Provine Mountain, which is really a ridge with a couple of high spots. All right, we've come to another sign here. This is the danger no trespassing sign. It's okay to be in here and hiking. Our trail is going off to the left, but this is where the quarry is. And it looks like it's owned by John Lane and Son, which is a large conglomerate that owns many quarries in this general vicinity. But this quarry is clearly not active anymore. Just off trail here on the right, we can see some remains of a quarry structure. This may have been where they had a tipple to load the trucks. There's cement foundations here and a rock retaining wall. All right, I think we're pretty much in the middle of where the quarry was. As the sun comes out, it shows us this one face that I would say the north face of the quarry here. It wasn't large by quarry standards, but I'm sure they brought a fair amount of rock out of here. Excuse the sun, but just to give you an idea of how big the area is here. Take a little tour. Currently walking through the quarry. You can see there are some icy sections in here. We've been steadily climbing since we left the quarry. We're at about 600 feet. And over my shoulder here on the left, that rock looks like the peak of the south part of Provine Mountain. There's another area that looks to be about the same height. And beyond that's a fire tower. So we'll carry on and see how it goes. Well, we're on what I'll call the middle peak of Provine Mountain. Got a nice cliff here and an occasional view of the countryside to the west. I haven't had much sun today. It's been playing peekaboo with us, but it's nice when it does come out. Well, we're looking over the cliff here. It's not quite an open shot, but you can see off in the distance snow-covered fields and the mountains. It's about 11:45. Hiked about 3.7 miles so far. We just passed the peak of Provine Mountain. There wasn't a view over there, so I kept hiking. We're just a little bit past it. I've got a nice little spot to sit here, grab a little bit of food, and enjoy the view. Off in the distance, we can see Drake Mountain and maybe Westfield Mountain, looking towards the Berkshires from Provine Mountain. Well, clear views have been pretty elusive on this trail, but I finally found one where I could actually see without having to use my tree filter. All right, we've just coming down from Provine, and as you can see, we're coming to the town line marker. S on this side is for Southwick, A is for Agawam, and W is for Westfield. So right here is where three towns meet: Agawam, Westfield, and Southwick. All right, we're coming to the north end of Provine Mountain, and we're gonna actually have a great view here. So let me show you what we're looking at here. Okay, wow, very nice. Straight ahead looks like maybe Russell Mountain. To the left of that would be Drake Mountain. Maybe behind this big pine tree would be the city of Wakefield. I'm sorry, Westfield, not Wakefield, and Westfield Mountain. So far we've hiked about 4.5 miles, and we've had a good pace here. Conditions have been pretty good. There's been a little bit of deep snow, a couple inches, but a lot of it's been the crunchy type that you can stay on top of. More interesting outcroppings. All right. Don't know if it's open up top, but we have a tower. Well, so after about, I don't know how many steps, I'm almost at the top of the tower. As you can see behind me, the door is locked, so I won't be getting up to the top deck. But I'm still pretty high right now, higher than I've been in a while. It's pretty calm, which is good. We can see over here, we can see Westfield, we can see the mountains of the Berkshires. And off over here we'd see Springfield, if we could see through the trees most likely, or Westfield. I'm sorry, Springfield, or West Springfield. All right, that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna head down. Not sure why, but there's a large flock of birds in this area. Seem like there might be crows, but they are in the trees. There they go. Holy cow. Well, it looks like we're going to be walking out in the open for a little bit. Well, it's not very high up, but this does offer a decent view. Okay. Looks like we're really going up. Let's see how this goes. This ought to be fun. Okay, I'm thinking I should have taken the escalator. It's a pretty good climb here. Very steep. Yeah, I'm working. I'm very grateful for the micro spikes at this point. Okay, that was interesting. Whew. It is slick here. In fact, just came up there. Whew. I was lucky to catch myself in a nice spot here. All right, we're about 6.2 miles into the hike, and we reached another town line marker. On this side, we're in Agawam. The trail passes to the left. We are now standing in Westfield, hence the W. The trail's getting a little bit steep here as we leave Agawam and head down into Westfield. All right, 6.1 miles into the hike, we've reached Route 187, and we'll be crossing the busy highway here and heading right back into the woods. Looks like we're about 100 feet above the riverbank here. I'm hiking along the bluff here towards Robinson State Park. Well, it looks like we're heading down into off the bluff and down towards the river here as things get a little steep. Dropping a ton of elevation to bring us down probably within 20 feet of the river. All right, the trail has taken us down to within a few feet of the riverbed. There's a lot of water here, so hopefully it stays above water the whole time, because I don't really want to go swimming today. All right, we're still along the Westfield River, but there looks like there was a building here. As you see, a chimney just barely hanging on, a couple of sticks holding it up. Okay, we're 6.7 miles into the hike, and there is no bridge across the Westfield River, as you can see. This is literally the end of the trail until we get across the river. So I don't have a boat. I'm not going swimming today. I'm gonna have to find my way back up to Route 187 and go from there. So this has been a very interesting hike, lots of great views. Conditions were pretty good, even though it started off cold. I was really not cold at all today. Kept myself warm by moving. I want to say thanks for coming along with me today. Hope to see you on another hike soon.